Just want to talk about the current situation in Syria. There's a crisis there. Maybe there's going to be a war. Syria is controlled by the Assad family, and they have ruled in Syria for many years. This family, so it's like a dictatorship. And now, actually, there are two sides here, two opponents. It's the Assad family is supposed to be a evil regime. They use now they say they use chemical weapons towards the civil population. And then on the other side you have these extremist Muslims, the Sunni Muslims. So it's like a civil war going on there. And now Britain and the United States say we have to intervene, send our forces to Syria, because the Syrian government is using chemical weapons. And I instantly think about what happened in Iraq about 10 years ago. We had pretty much the same situation. Then the Saddam Hussein family, that was the evil dictatorship, and then they claimed that there were weapons of mass destruction. So that was the reason for starting the war. But they didn't find any weapons of mass destruction, and Bush was misinformed. So now you see the same situation here in Syria coming up. But why didn't they attack Iraq and Saddam Hussein's regime in the 1980s? Because actually Saddam Hussein, he used chemical weapons like gas towards the Kurdish people in the north of Iraq. But they didn't start a war because of that. But back then, the United States was allied with, Iraq was allied with the United States, and they did good business there in Iraq, oil business. So, same thing now. I think the actual reason for sending troops to Syria is because they want to get rid of Assad. They can't do the oil business in Iraq, so it's not the humanitarian reasons that they want to salvage, the civil population. It's about gaining control over Syria, which is an oil country. I mean, you have the evil dictatorship in North Korea. There are communists there, but why doesn't, NATO attack? The United States attack North Korea and Kim Jong-il or whatever his name is? No, because they don't have any oil. So that's not interesting for them. And I actually saw a video on Live Leak, on the internet. It's like a gore site about the situation in Syria. I saw it was a clip. It was a couple of trucks on the highway, and the extremist Muslims they stopped these trucks, and the truckers, they interrogated the truckers about Islam, because they suspected that the truckers, they were not devout Muslims. So they asked them how many times you have to bow before prayer and things like that. And as you know, they couldn't answer properly. Maybe they said you have to bow 3 times before prayer, and it actually the correct answer was 4 times. So, and then these Al-Qaeda Muslim extremists, they just brought these truckers to along the road to a kind of ditch, and just shot them execution style. And so I saw that, and so it's a really terrible situation going on there. But I think that Assad, he can deal with that himself. You don't need to send any troops there. And I actually also saw Fox on Fox News, Bill O'Reilly on YouTube, and he's had a debate there, and he's of course he's convinced that the troops have to go there, exercise the forces a little bit, send them into Syria, because and then he brought up this example that during World War II we had to get rid of Hitler. Same situation now, but no, it's not. You can't compare Hitler with Assad because there's a civil war going on. World War II was completely different because Hitler occupied France, the Soviet Union, so it's a world war there going on. Now it's a civil war. In Syria. Syria is not attacking the United States, so it's not a threat towards the United States. And if, let's say, Israel attack the Palestinian people with chemical warfare, would the United States attack Israel? No, I don't think so. So it's about the profit. It's about the dollar. They want to get control of Syria because they have the oil, and same thing with Iraq. All these oil countries in the Middle East, those are important because of the dollar. There's a profit to make here. You send in the army. It's a high cost of sending in the army, and it risks the lives of the soldiers. They won't do that because of the Syrian people. They do it because there's a profit, there's dollars, there's money to make. So I'm not anti-American. I'm not anti-Muslim, anti-Jew. Just want to see things how they really are here. So just leave them alone. That's what you have to do, my friends.